Hey everybody, Coolin' on Manga here, right now reviewing One Piece episode 581. For those of you who read the manga, I ain't spoiling shit for the anime fans. I ain't spoiling nothing, okay? Hopefully. Now I say that, but I just filmed like 3 reviews. And I had to delete every single one because I spoiled something. Anyways, alright. For those of you who only watch the anime, I'm not spoiling nothing. I'm not telling you who these people are. I'm not telling you who the Shichibukai is. I ain't saying shit. Now, this episode this week, overall, better than last week, but it's still only going to get an okay. Why? Simple. Because I thought that we were at the point where we were seeing entire chapters being put into one episode. That was the case for this episode, except they left out the 2 last pages of the chapter, and the ending of the episode suffered because of this. Gotta say, if they would have sped up a few more things and put the last 2 pages of the chapter in this episode, for the people who only watch the anime and don't read the manga, don't know anything about this arc, you would have been questioning what the fuck was going on, like straight up, okay? The shit. Yeah, what up? Blizzard time. Anyways, the shit that would have been shown at the end of this episode, had they put the 2 last pages of the chapter, it would have been intense. Now, 2 things I didn't like about this episode. 1, the fact that they didn't put those last 2 pages, because they would have been epic. Next week you're going to be like, man, why didn't they end it with this? I also didn't like Sanji kicking the door. I mean, there was, I guess, Sanji's strong as hell. Okay, he's able to kick the air, okay, and make himself fly, or float, or whatever, skywalk, whatever. So, why isn't he able to kick this door? Now, I understand this is like an armored door, but I would have preferred if he had just, like, you know, chilled out for a bit and waited for, like, someone else to do it. Because then you wouldn't have seen that, like, because now it looks like Sanji's literally not that strong at all. When in reality, he's pretty beast. Well, you know what? Yeah, he's beast, but maybe more of an indent in the, yeah, if you're gonna put the kicking in the anime, then make it a bit more of an indent into the, like, door, because it looks like he's as strong as he was way back at Enies Lobby. From that. But anyways. Overall, it was an okay, wasn't good, or it wasn't great, wasn't bad, but it was okay. Now, for those of you who only watch the anime, again, the next few episodes should be great, because the next few episodes, or the next few chapters in the manga, their information and the shit that happens literally can fill entire episodes. Some of them can fill like an episode and a half, which is awesome. So expect some shit. If you're finding it's getting off slow right now, expect some crazy shit. You just got introduced to 2 of the main players in this arc. Okay, 2 of the main players. Now, we don't know their names. All we know is that one of them is Master and one of them is Harpy Lady. Alright. For those of you who read the manga, you know who these guys are. You know that bitch. You know that bitch. Yeah, you know that bitch. Now, let's get to a chapter summary, or an episode summary. Because you can basically break this into 3 parts. So first part, Luffy, Zoro, Usopp, Robin, they're trying to get the man that's stuck in the dragon out. And, you know, Luffy's pulling on him, and he ends up pulling so hard that the man comes out. But they see that it's only a pair of legs, has no torso. So Luffy mistakenly thinks that, you know, I killed this guy. I ripped him so hard off that dragon that his body tore apart, okay? And he says sorry. Usopp slaps him in the head, you know, you're sorry? You just killed him, okay? But the legs are alive, they stand up, and they start talking. You know, Usopp's like, what the hell, man? This is monster, zombie monster. Luffy's like, holy crap, you know, asks if the legs will join his crew, but the legs, you know, they can't hear anything, and they state they can't hear anything. And then they say that they have to look for the Shichibukai that cut me down. And everyone's like, what? Shichibukai? And the legs run off. Luffy runs after them, you know, because it's Luffy. He ends up falling. And so he ends up falling, and the legs fall with him. And the same way the legs got attached to the dragon, I guess, the legs get attached to Luffy. Luffy ends up looking like a centaur, and, you know, alright, whatevs. Cool beans. He's a centaur. We go back to the other Straw Hats, the ones that were captured, minus Brook because he's back at the ship. We see a gassy figure, and he's being told by the hazmat suit guys that these are pirates. They captured some pirates, you know, and they're pretty ruthless. They killed one of their own crew, or they killed one of their guys, and now he's just a pile of bones. One of them happens to be a cyborg, and we think you're going to be interested in that. And no one's gonna miss them because they're pirates, basically. So they call this guy Master. He's a big, huge purple cloud of smoke. Sounds like Mayuri from Bleach. But anyways, we see, we go back in this metal room. Sanji, Nami, Chopper, and Frankie, they're all chilling. And Frankie wakes up and realizes, you know, they're all captured. Sanji's kicking the door, making a little bit of an indent in it. And, you know, they're all wondering, like, what the hell happened? Nami states that, you know, they must have used sleeping gas on us. And Sanji says, yeah, the whole boat, the whole ship was filled with sleeping gas. I didn't notice it until it was too late. We then see someone speaks and says, hey, like, who are you guys and whatnot? Or can you help me? And they end up seeing a bunch of pieces of a head, all cut up. And the head says, okay, the head says that he asked the Straw Hats basically to help him, and to put him back to his head back together. So we go through a little scene of like them trying to put this head back together, and you know, a bunch of wrongs and a bunch of random placings of the head, and then they finally put him to a pretty much like correct form, minus the chin and the top of the head. They're switched, and he says that he's a samurai and he was cut down by a Shichibukai, but he's not dead, and that is shameful. And that's basically what we know about him so far. So yes, this is the head of the legs, if you didn't know. We go back to Luffy and, well, Luffy's group, and Usopp sees a harpy lady. Like, huge wings, bird feet, you know, the works, harpy bitch, straight up harpy bitch. And he's like, what? What? Because, you know, seeing a half human, half bird thing, that's scary shit. Because then they could have some kind of devil fruit power. And that's some scary shit. Devil fruit powers are scary. Animals are not. Animals with devil fruit powers can be scary. But a normal animal, not so scary. Especially when you got Luffy and Zoro with you. So, he runs away and he goes and like he sees Robin, Zoro, Luffy, and he's like, yo, I just saw something crazy. Okay? He doesn't believe it. They don't believe it. But he says he saw it. We then see Luffy go up and, you know, he looks over and he sees a lake that's separating the island. And on the other side of the lake is ice mountains. Literally, okay, so they discover that Punk Hazard is divided into two sections. One, magma volcanic zone, and one ice mountain range, snow blizzard, crazy snow island side. And this is going to play some key, this is going to be key shit, because both sides of this island are going to be getting, like, some intense look at in the near future. We then see the harpy lady, you know, she's flying in the snow, and she gets word that there are four people, or there are four people that have stumbled onto the shores of Punk Hazard. Luffy and ends up befriending a centaur because, you know, they look similar. Luffy has 4 legs, centaur has 4 legs, and Luffy's back legs can talk. So that makes the centaur all like, oh yeah, you're cool, what up, be my friend. So Luffy becomes friends with the centaur, and this is basically how, like, the episode ends, with the harpy lady finding out that there's 4, which she already knew because she saw Usopp. But yeah, overall, it was an okay episode. I can't really say anything else. We're probably going to get a new opening within the next 3 episodes, 100%. Especially since the 2 main players were shown in this arc. They were shown this episode. We also got mention of the Shichibukai that is there on the island. We should be getting a new opening soon. Probably either, you know what, I'm going to say 582 or 585. New opening on 582 or 585. But yeah. Cool and all manga here. Peace out, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. See you later.